Since Warframe's December 2017 update, no new weapons have been released. We're in March 2018. Since Warframe's Plains of Eidolon release on October 2017, we haven't seen a new Warframe. Again, we're in March 2018. Aside from the new Eidolon hunt, the game hasn't seen any new content in this year, and the Soon TM trend is slowly turning from a meme into an insult. Because in a game where its lifeblood is new stuff, how in the world do you go 3 months without, well, anything? I'm Deuce, and thanks in advance for watching. Now, with that introduction, you may think this is a video where I will rage rant for a while demanding new content for Warframe, but my take here is a little bit different than that. Yes, we've spent all of 2018 without new content, well, mostly without new content. Aside from the new Eidolon hunts, which play exactly the same as the old one, main differences being size, color, and some new attacks. Oh, and they now drop arcanes, so rip rates. I mean, the lack of content is so evident at the moment that even the developers had to go on the forums to clarify that they are working on stuff. I mean, if you're that type of person, the one that goes and says, "These devs do nothing," then you have no idea what you're talking about. Since these people work in Warframe, it's their job, it's not going to the office and just sitting there. They do stuff. But then why the drought? I mean, this is no 2016, where at some point DE found themselves working on 3 separate games with the staff to work only on one, right? Today, the studio has Warframe as its only major project that we know of, since the decision, wise decision, to drop the Amazing Eternals in order for it not to suffer a severe case of lawbreakers due to market oversaturation. This has basically cleaned the slate for more and cooler stuff being added to Warframe. On that regard, it has been reported that DE is even branching out to Toronto, opening a new studio there. As we all know, they currently reside on London, Ontario, with a California office that handles publishing. But this new Toronto studio will handle development duties too, so more people could only account for faster development periods. Then again, why the drought? And the "we are working on stuff" reply sounds too Bungie-like for my personal taste. If there is something that Destiny franchise doesn't have right now, is the speed it needs to save itself from itself. Now, the possible answer to this content drought problem can be ambition. You know, too much of it has always been a defining trait of the game, and this might not be an exception. Think about it, the Sacrifice, the Plains of Venus, the Kingpin system, everything in the future is big and ambitious, and in order to properly deliver those ambitions, developers need time. You know, expansions aren't born on trees, they need to be coded and play tested. Wrong game, testing doesn't exist in Warframe. But the coding part still stands, which is the hardest part, might I add. You know, the actual game making process that many seem to forget. But what about the little things? It's not that we aren't getting those either. No new weapons, no new, weapons, because when we refer to the little things, the snippets of content in between major expansions, those are either weapons or warframes. But in the case of warframes, they come with quests and fanfare, with entire updates named after them, like Octavia's Anthem or the Chains of Harrow. So saying these are little things would be lying. That's why the little things are the new weapons, releasing oftentimes side by side with skins or armor bundles or something. Last week we got the Ceramica bundle, only cosmetic, no new nothing. But here's the thing, if there is one criticism you can spam when talking about the game's weapons, is the fact that all look and feel pretty much the same. I mean, there's the Soma and everything similar to it. There's the Heck and everything similar to it. The bows or the pistols, you name it, and it probably has several other iterations. The thing is, weapons in this game offer little beyond a skin with stats that spit projectiles at an enemy. Creating a new original weapon that fits into the game is not something you can do overnight. Things like the Pox or the Pandero or the Arcoplasma or the Lens take time to get made. Originality and uniqueness are not things touted for nothing. In order to conceive something like that, it takes time and iteration. So if the current drought indicates that the little things will also be memorable in their own right, then I will be the first one to support this new approach. But what about Korra? She's been ready for a while now. She has a unique secondary weapon that can switch elemental statuses on a whim, and those swords look pretty dope, so what's holding her up? That is a piece of content we thought was coming this year, but nothing. Well, here's the thing. That's what happens when the only person doing reworks is Scott. Even though we haven't gotten any new major or minor addition to the game so far, aside from the new Eidolons, we have gotten major balance patches for primaries and secondaries. Hell, beam weapons are actually awesome again, can you believe this? And the person behind all this balancing is Scott. And he's also the guy in charge of reworks, and he's not an octopus or a Cortana in Halo 4, or in any other Halo except 5. So give the man some time. I mean, if Destiny is currently being saved thanks to weapon buffs, why can't we say balance patches equal content in Warframe? Wait, what? It's not actually saving Destiny? Ah, but I thought it... Anyway, my bottom line here is the fact that good things take time. So if DE hasn't released any minor or major content yet, then that's a sign that good things, big things, are in the workings, I guess. I mean, this whole reasoning could come crashing down if the new content a la the Sacrifice, Venus and the Kingpin system underperforms or disappoints or never comes out. Which I don't think it will, but it can. But whatever the outcome, please DE, stop the Sun Tiem jokes. Coming from us, it's fine, but from you, not that much. Imagine I would make fun of the fact that I always delay stuff and never meet deadlines in my own work. Yes, I would be fired shortly after for incompetence. The fact that you're trying to embrace Sun Tiem isn't funny. I love you and I'm very understanding of the reasons why you never meet your own deadlines, like the Sacrifice for the end of last year or the Plains of Venus for this spring, early spring. But don't joke about it. Let us do the joking. As for the rest of you, wait and then judge. Don't come out and say these devs do nothing or this game is dying when either is true. But feel free to let those feelings of pride and accomplishment run wild when the new content comes out and it's not good, or feel free to deliver the proper level of praise if the new content is good. For my part, this has been all for today. If you enjoyed the video or you found it interesting, please consider giving it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more Warframe content and follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with everything. Thanks again for watching. Wherever you are, have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.